That was the Hornets game. Turns out stuff stings. Losses sting, especially when they take forever to end. Since they beat us, let's find out who hurt us. Gordon Hayward really turns out he's a gamer part-time and an NBA player the other parts of the time, and is pretty good at that whole shooting and playmaking thing when he's not like terribly injured and recovering from, if not the trauma of it, the physical wear and tear. And so far in Charlotte, he's been able to play pretty well. And against Wizards defense, he was able to play pretty darn well. Who else was there? Oh, just Terry Rozier. He was player of the week. He's been on a scoring tear, and I don't think he missed a three. And the only three I remember him missing was when it went in the rim, and then it left the rim, and it looked like he was going to go back down in the rim, but it bounced out just at the last second, just to really scare, put more fear into the hearts of Wizards fans who are already reeling from having to have the coach that they have. Beyond that, we had Devontae Graham, who's also really good at the whole scoring thing. It's pretty much you put Terry Rozier down, and then you run into Devontae Graham, and you're like, okay, that's not fair. Can you just have one of them? Why do you have to have two? Stop it. Please. Miles Bridges will throw some dunks in there. Cody Zeller will look like a 40-year-old accountant with a mortgage and still toast your opposing center. And he's coming off the bench. A lot of players hurt the Wizards, but mainly what hurt the Wizards was just an inability to defend the three-point line, score from the three-point line, and get any contributions that were meaningful outside of Russell Westbrook and Rui Hachimura. Pretty much, if you weren't either of those two names, no shot that you threw up was guaranteed to go in. Denny only had 3 points. He missed all of his threes except for the fourth quarter where he hit one to get them around under 8. And then after that, he fouled out. To say that Denny is struggling is an understatement, but I understand that part of it is due to who's running the plays and the sets and making the decisions. So I'm not all the way mad at him. I just want to make sure that the next guy that I talk about doesn't get all the blame, even because his coach keeps starting him. Yes, we're talking about Jerome Robinson again. This poor guy, again, he played decent today. He played better than Denny. Hit more threes than Denny. Was 2 of 3. Started missing shots, making some bad decisions. Again, everyone tonight, except for Russ and Rui, were kind of inconsistent. I guess Alex Lynn can maybe be under that decent category too. Just the team as a whole was not really together as they were last night. You know, there weren't enough contributions because there weren't really any contributions. Jerome Robinson played better than Denny, but he still had his moments of bad play. Chandler Hutchinson got like one layup and then started doing too much. Robin Lopez did some things in the post. He got his little scores on. With that struggle from three-point land, even when Russ was finding guys and getting his triple-double on, just doesn't matter because you just have, when you have so many negative contributions, one of which you could have just not started, you're going to suffer a sad fate. I mean, you punched the Hornets nets. I don't know what you expected. So yeah, Russ got a triple-double, did cool things. The only thing that was interesting about this game was Russ posterizing the hell out of Bismack Biyombo out of nowhere. This game was over, and then Russ was like, fine, I guess I'll show you something from the old days. I still remember a poster from my homie's house that was a picture of him dunking on Luis Scola back when he was in OKC. That was crazy. Rui, dude's becoming more and more unstoppable. Some people are wondering if he's making the leap, if he's going to become a star. He got 30 points today, and it feels weird because it feels so effortless and you almost don't realize it's happening. Post fadeaway, automatic. And he hit a 3. He had himself a nice little 3-pointer to beat the buzzer in the first quarter. He's bodying dudes in the paint. He's so good. He's so good. And on defense, he's trying out there, but when your defensive scheme is, all right, we're just going to back up and you do whatever you want. Hey, wait, don't make that 3. No fair. Stop it. Get some help. Just stop shooting. It's not fair. Stop shooting the ball. When your defensive game plan is that, you can only do so much. So Wizards do things and lose to a team shooting an insane 3-point percentage. At one point, the Wizards were shooting 30%, and I'm pretty sure the Hornets were like 6 of 10 or something like that. And I was just like, all right, one of those games. And it was crazy because it was a back and forth game. It was pretty decently close. The Hornets sort of basically started to run away with it in the second quarter. And then after that, they were like, all right, we might let you back in this game. You can come and play with us. And then Terry Rozier started hitting shots and Gordon Hayward started hitting shots. And the 9-0 run that the Wizards went on later in the fourth quarter became meaningless. And then the game just wouldn't end. It was like, okay, can you stop punching me? I'm knocked out. I have left my body. I am talking from the spirit realm at this point. Can you stop punching me? You got what I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm looking down on, hey, stop punching me. Because they started calling like so many late game fouls. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, just let it end. Please let it end. A typical Wizards night, really. Please let it end. One day. There was news about Brooks not accepting he's not going to get extended, but that doesn't mean he's leaving the team, what does that mean? At this point, I just need to see it happen. I need to see the ticker flash across the thing. I need the Twitter notification. And when I get that, when it tells me Scott Brooks is being relieved of his duties, I don't know, Wes Unseld Jr. gets hired, then I might start looking at this team with a more like critical eye. But for now, just going to enjoy Russell being legendary and Rui Hachimura seemingly starting to become really, really good. So yeah, we'll see what happens in the Pistons game. Last time we let them almost come back from 31 down. So let's see what happens when we play them again without a Gafford and without maybe Beal, because Beal was out this game. I completely forgot to mention that, but Beal was out this game, so we'll see if Beal comes back healthy. I don't know. Well, this guy says Wizards can't take a Hornets sting at all, and they realize this. They go to their mechanic and they say, all right, I need some new pistons because the ones I had last time were rusty. So their mechanic recommends them having another Detroit visit. We'll see how this goes. Was that even close to a decent joke? Nope. That's fine, because just like the Wizards, occasionally my jokes are terrible and don't land anywhere except for the floor. WizWatch.